Yes. Ladies and gentlemen. It takes a strong and intelligent man to realize his dreams and achieve his goals in life and love. A man that is not afraid to live life to its fullest and embrace what is truly important. But enough about me. A wise man once told me that the best man's speech should be about as long as the groom makes love. So I think I've already gone over time. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to give you a few minutes to say a few things, and I do have something here. Deerock and I both grew up in the best city in the world, that is Krungthep Mahanakhon, Bangkok. We first met when we were 5 years old at kindergarten in Bangkok Patna School. The story goes that I threw a toy car at another pupil and then pointed my finger at Deerock, saying, "It was him, it was him." Naturally, I was believed and he got sent outside to reflect on what he had done. Oh, Deerock, I love you, man. We've had so many names for you throughout the years. Deerock, Desiree, D-Bomb, Daddy Longlegs, D-Leg, D-Man, Des. But my favorite has to be Rastaman. No idea why, but it's always fit you the best.
What about tripod?
It's been 26 years since we've met. We went through kindergarten, elementary school. Oh, do you remember Miss Berry?
Yes.
Most beautiful dream of an elementary school teacher ever. She definitely shaped us into men. I wish she had shaped us a bit more. Then we went to middle school and high school. I have to admit, I lost track of Deerock for a while when he left Bangkok Patna for good to go to ISB. 2 months later, he was back at Bangkok Patna. I can't really remember why he was back so quickly. There's definitely some mystery there. And we can all ask Deerock later what happened. I'm sure you'll love that. Our high school years were great years. We owned Bangkok, or at least it felt like that until one of us got grounded for a year. That would be me.
For what?
We discovered beer, sports, and developed our tastes for girls. Unfortunately, that's all I can say about those years, as anything I tell you about Deerock also incriminates me. I took this duty of being best man very seriously indeed. I have never been a best man before, but I have really tried my hardest. Because Deerock told me that if I do a good job today, I can be best man at his next wedding too. So my first duty was to make sure that Deerock made it to this wedding on time and sober. As you can see, this was achieved. To make sure of this, I had Deerock stay with me last night, and I can assure you he was in bed early and slept like a baby. Yeah, he wet the bed twice and woke up every hour crying for his mommy. Another one of my duties was a very delicate one. I had to keep all of Deerock's ex-girlfriends out of the way today. Thankfully, this has been really easy because there aren't that many. Last weekend, all the mates headed down to a very quiet town with no nightlife at all, known as Pattaya City. It was Deerock's bachelor party, which under advice from my lawyer I'm not allowed to speak about until the court case. But I am happy to tell everyone that the buffalo and the donkey are okay. Oh, and Leighton is okay too. During these few days here in Phuket, I got a chance to speak to Deerock's boss, his father, Mr. JST. I once was drunk enough to think that I could wrestle with Mr. Stamp. I was crumpled in 3.5 seconds and couldn't move for the next 5 days. So yesterday I walked up to Mr. John Stamp slowly and peacefully and asked him if he would like to comment on Deerock as an employee. He was quick to tell me that Deerock is known as God at work. I was a bit surprised at first until John Stamp clearly explained that the nickname arises because you never see him, he makes up his own rules, and if he does any work, it's a bloody miracle. Now I must say a few words about Cassia. She's beautiful, intelligent, and caring. And Deerock, she deserves a good husband. Thank God you married her before she found me. I mean, seriously, Des, you're one lucky man to have Cassia. She is stunningly beautiful, loving, warm, caring, smart, funny. And Cassia, well, you've got Deerock. I've been married myself for 3 years now. Wait, is it 3? Yeah. It feels like 10 anyway. I would like to give you some marital advice. Firstly, set the ground rules and establish who's the boss. Then do everything she says. Married life can be compared to football. So be fully committed every week and make sure you score at least once every weekend. Make sure you change ends at halftime, put your tackle in hard or you might injure yourself. However, Cassia assures me that playing away from home will result in serious groin injury. It's definitely the quickest way to get yourself on a transfer list. Remember the 5 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, the suffering, the torturing, and the enduring. Never go to bed with an argument. Always stay up and argue. Always remember the 3 little words, "You're right, dear." It is important to get along with your mother-in-law. I haven't spoken to mine in 2 years. Not because I don't like her. I just thought it would be rude to interrupt. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you for much longer, as I know we're all here to watch the unforgettable spectacle that is Deerock dancing. But I do have a couple of more messages from friends who couldn't make it that I really must read to you. The first comes from the Londoner football team. Dear Cassia, we've been playing with Deerock for a while now, and we've tried him in every position, and he's bloody useless. Hopefully, you will have some better luck. Here's another one. Dear Deerock, congratulations on your special day. We will miss you. From Fantasy Massage Lounge. Jokes aside, I'm really honored to be here today as Deerock's best man. I regard Deerock and Cassia as the type of friends that will always be there for you whenever you need them. And I, for one, regard their friendship very highly. Deerock, you're my oldest and dearest best friend, and it's been an honor to be your best man today. And I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me the privilege. My final duty has to be my favorite. I'd like to pose a toast to the newlyweds. So could you join me upstanding? Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to invite you to raise your glasses and toast to the newlyweds. Mr. and Mrs. Stamp, may you live as long as you like and love as long as you live. Yeah.